I'm not into the audio as much. Now, let's talk this audio a little bit, Jeremy. Let's talk about that. And then I want to show some of the pictures of what we've done over the years. We can talk about those pictures. But what do you like? This audio is huge now. I'm not a fan of it. I don't do audio contests. We do one fun one at the strip club when we do Grandview Live on Thursday nights. But I mean, audio's becoming big money in this motorcycle world.
It just goes back from being a kid, man. You got to think about the days. Like how big were you in the audio when you were a teenager? Like your Plymouth Horizon when we were like 15,
Oh
throwing
man,
big ass
we put
speakers in the
12s in a
back
Plymouth
and shit.
Horizon.
Tony had a Plymouth Horizon, the shit box, all gray, had a car amplifier with a house speaker in the back, caught fire and shit. We're all stoned and stoned. It starts back from those days. Shit like that. Were you really big into audio? Did you spend every freaking check you ever got to invest all the money into your car? Those are the guys that grew up now. They got bikes, and now they're
Yeah,
decking it out. They're throwing 10, 20 grand worth of audio, some of them more than that. And, some of the old timers, they don't really appreciate it. The slumping and the pounding, the screaming of all the crazy ass shit during a bike show, during their time just in Daytona or
but
in
it draws a
Sturgis or wherever
crowd.
they're at.
Every
But
time I
yeah,
see
you
an
got a lot
audio
of people
show,
that are,
there's
it's
there's
growing.
100,
It's
200
growing.
people standing around it. You know,
Yeah, but I'll,
so
I'll
it
stop
doesn't.
sometimes, listen. I'll stop sometimes and listen. Sounds good, I'm like, oh, that son of a bitch sounds good. It's like a concert coming from this bike. This dude's got fucking ZZ Pops in the bags of his bikes just slumping. Some of it sounds good. It's really not my thing. My bikes, my personal bikes, they don't have great audio. I mean, they're better than stock. And Tony, you had a good old slammer on that 30 you had. Tony had a big wheel. Tony was in the big wheel scene for some years. He had a big
Low
wheel
Life
road
Customs,
glide.
yeah, Low Life built that bike
He
for
had a
us,
what 6 to 8 speaker system and shit in it. He had
which
some
was pretty
good
good at
tunes
the
in it.
time.
And Tony didn't even enter that bike into audio stuff. It's just, it's for some people, it's not, but it's a growing thing. It's definitely growing. This audio is big. It's becoming something. We're getting into it a little bit. We're doing some audio at like you were saying at Grandview Live and shit, not on a decimal meter and bringing in serious, judges and stuff like that. We let the audience, we let the crowd say, hey, scream, let's hear some, pick it up. Let's hear who won, and whoever yells the loudest, that's how we do it. It's all more fun that way. You don't get a bunch of people's breaking your balls for numbers and getting upset about it. And they're
Oh,
over
I've
there,
seen fights happen.
like,
I've seen
oh,
fist
yeah.
fights over the judging of an audio because really it's kind of up in the air. Audio, there's no way to judge an audio contest unless you put a decibel meter, and even then, that's not right. It's not true because you can be loud but not clear. But
Yeah,
I
they don't
mean,
care if
and
their shit's on fire and it's smoking. I've seen smoke come out of bags. I'm like, dude, you smell like a bum burning the plastic coating off a copper tubing. You son of a bitch. If you're cooking something and they'll go up 3, 4, 5 more numbers and burn that son of a bitch to the ground. And in a competition, sometimes these guys will win, burning their shit to the ground because it's all about, how loud it gets. It ain't about that son of a bitch smoking, the clarity and all that. I mean, I've seen it. Some of them, they do it a different way, where it's about how clear it is, how good it sounds, the mids, the bass, all that shit. But I've seen people burn their shit up, and the next day I'm like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "Oh man, I cooked 3 amps." I'm like, "Dude, it smelled like it smelled like freaking fried eggs and shit back there." I'm like, "You really
and
tore
to
up your
lose,
system, dude. You got
if you lose, that's a couple $1,000s in new amps just to lose. I don't know.
and then you want
Let's go over some of the
150 dollars.
pictures.
You want $150 on a trophy, and you can't buy your $10,000 system back again. So
Too
hey,
funny. You sent a bunch of pictures of things we've done over the years. Oh, look at that! There's Les and Paulie, my brother, right in the middle with the bald head. That was at
Papi
Bubba Gump.
Chulo,
And then Les, we got
Papi
all the full
Chulo.
throttle gear on. You just roll through these pictures if you got a bunch of them, and we'll stop. Of course, there's us. I believe that was Leesburg, right? This past
Right
year.
there, yes,
Yeah,
yep, that is Leesburg. Yep.
yeah. We were at Leesburg Bike Fest. He came in to help judge. We're doing that again. Oh, that was our trip to Sturgis. So keep it here for a second. We're traveling to Sturgis. This is when you brought your Softail, and we lost the tag on the trailer because we parked it, and then we're on our way there. We go into a hailstorm, and this kid right here, Jeremy's like, "Pull over! I'm going to go lay on my bike and stop so it doesn't get dented up." I said, "It's a hailstorm, man. we'll go find somewhere to pull underneath. He goes, no, 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 it's gonna hit my bike. And I'm like, you realize they're like golf balls coming out of the sky. You're gonna knock yourself out. I don't want to have a tent that has dents in it, and I'm gonna go lay out on it. I said, you're so. I said, don't do that. He got so mad because we never really hit the hail. I don't think, did we?
We got some hail. It was hitting the windshield, but it deflected everything. Kind of waved the bike. The bike didn't have a scratch, dent in it. I was happy, but it was going to turn my bike into a golf ball. It's going to be all dented and dinged up. I was going to have to paint the whole bike entire white. You know,
I was like, you can't get out and lay on your bike and protect it, man. You're gonna hurt yourself. I don't care, man. I was like, oh my god, I love you, but that was no way you could do that. Good times in Sturgis. How many times have we gone to Sturgis now? Two,
I
three?
have no idea, man. I've missed a couple due to some planning here and there, but yeah, we got to get back to that. I'd like to be there this year. It's in August, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. We're going in August. We do a show out at the Buffalo Chip. We stay out there. We'll be talking to Woody on here. Like I said, we're going to be doing interviews. This is our brand new podcast. If you're listening online and you can't see these pictures, make sure you go to our podcast or go to our website or go anywhere that we have a platform: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's going to be on all of these. And our website, FloridaFullThrottle.com. You can read it there or see it there. But again, we're going to put this on as a podcast as well. So you're talking with Tony and Jeremy with Full Throttle Vision here in Florida. So, but we're
Yeah, we're
talking,
just breaking this in,
pictures.
man. This is the first day, our first run together doing this. I got to know about how many more F bombs I'm allowed, cut it down, clean it up, find out what we got to do, find out what Tony wants to work on. But we're going to get this shit together. We're going to make it a good time for you guys. You're going to want to tune in and check this out. Even just listening or watching, we're going to make it a good time. We're going to make it fun.
We're going to interview
You know,
next week. I
I'm
believe
up here in
next week. Oh, yeah. Tell everybody where you're at.
Well, I'm up here in Toledo, Ohio,
Nobody
where
cares.
I'm out here shoveling the sidewalk while I'm cutting the damn grass at the same time. So we'll bring some shit out there if I can bring my laptop and bring this camera out here and take it to some events, some bike nights throughout the season, and some couple different things, and see if Tony can do some different shit, different interviews here and there. But yeah, we're gonna bring it fun. We're gonna bring a good fun time out of this, and hopefully you guys um uh, chime in and listen, and we'll
Let
have
us
a
know
good
what you
time with
think.
this.
Yeah. We're going to talk with WCFR next week, the West Coast Florida Riders. This is a group that's grown since 2018. I mean, just immensely. They got a great logo. We're going to talk with Lee, who kind of runs the show. They call him Hollywood. Uh, Next week is going to be with Lee, so that'll be a lot of fun. WCFR, they become really a big entity in this area about riding and events and groups. And, it's like being part of a group that, everybody wants to be part of something. And WCFR has been really cool about bringing new people on.